Okay, and then he talks about negotiation. There's an entire episode in the series on negotiation. He really likes the idea of men and women negotiating their differences. I don't like that term negotiating. What is the actual definition? The dictionary definition as it would stand. Discussion aimed at reaching an agreement. That's really all that it boils down to. So, in the context of the English language, he's basically saying aim at reaching an agreement with your differences, with the topic of negotiation. And look, there's certain things that you're going to have discussions with in a long-term relationship. Like I've said before, I'm in an LTR, been there for some time now, and there are conversations in my relationship, but I don't play games. I don't again, I wrote the book. I'm the Unplugged Alpha, right? I don't do the we're on equal footing. Men and women are the same, egalitarian bullshit. I'm the man. I lead. She's a woman. She's a feminine. She follows. She enters my frame. That's the way it's going to be. And if it's not that way, I'm not having it. So I guess I'm like, again, back to the point of women that submit to men. I guess I'm a tyrannical slave driver by his definition, but I suppose that's just me. And I would aim to argue that my relationship, again, I haven't been with her for 33 years or whatever the hell he's been with her, with Tammy for. But I would aim that my relationship is far, far better than any nonsense that he's. I mean, I certainly don't fucking cry when it comes to thinking about things like discussions around cheating. Obviously, somebody, either him or very close to him, was betrayed by a woman. Says Logos guided negotiation is a solution. Says you negotiate every single thing in a household. And this is where he gets into some fucking weird shit. Where the scissors go in the appliance drawer, how every single room in the house is set up. Now, look, I don't live with my LTR, but if in the future I so choose to do so, I would not give a flying fuck where the scissors go in the appliance drawer. Okay. I would not care how each room is set up, provided that my rooms aren't fucked with. If this is my studio, if this is my room, I don't want flowery foo-foo shit in places that don't roll with my style, right? So, like the idea of negotiating every single room and saying nothing is too trivial to attend to, get everything in its proper place, including toilet seats. There's always that argument. Oh, he left it up. Well, I want it down. Well, you can't leave it up. Well, I got to put it down. People argue over, the most trivial things. And I've had guys call in on my shows before, and it's like, my wife yells at me because I leave the toilet seat up. And it's like, who fucking cares, right? Put it down. Like, why are you bothering me with this? I'm chasing excellence. I'm putting a dent in the universe. I'm doing something significant with my life, and you're bothering me with a fucking toilet seat, right? Like, I wouldn't even get involved with a chick that would bother me about shit like that. But there's guys that are telling you nothing is too trivial to attend to. Get everything in its proper place and negotiate how everything is going to be. Because he says the alternative is tyranny, slavery, or chaos. Okay. You suggest give them what they want, and they will give you what you want. So he like, yes, he's like, I say yes to my wife. What do you say? He has an agreement that if I can say yes to you, then I will. And it sounds to me like he says yes a lot to a lot of things. I remember there was a stand-up comic, I think it was Chris Rock. He talked about the yes stamp. He goes, if you just get married, you just have to get a yes stamp. Just say yes, 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 honey. Can we? Yes. Can we do this? Yes. Can we do yes? And the whole skit, is about just being a yes man. And look, you want to do the build a better beta plan and march in the slaughterhouse with your eyes closed and hope everything works out for the best. More power to you. But from what I've seen and the people that I've talked to and my experience and everything that I've consumed, red pill, unplugging, Evo Psych, all this shit. Okay. Taking a look at the Matrix for what it really is. I don't think any of this stuff is that useful. I think he's got some good ideas. I like how he deals with some of the craziness when it comes to the wokeism and, like the crazy conversations they have with this guy. Like he does a very good job dealing with a lot of society's bullshit. I just don't see this series being that useful to men when it comes to contemplating divorce, or sorry, contemplating marriage because, as we know, it's probably going to end in divorce. And as he admitted, where was it? Difficult custody battle is the equivalent to a near fatal bout with cancer. So he knows what guys march into. Remember, he used to do a lot of therapy sessions with couples too. Spends a lot of time talking about organizing the house with your wife. He also seems to yield a lot to Tammy. There was an example that I made a note here of paintings. He likes to collect paintings. And apparently he's got a thing for dark Stalin era sort of paintings. And, you know, look, if you have a studio or a study, a library or something like that, there might be a place for that, you know, a place that you like to work. Maybe it offers him inspiration. I don't know, but he liked them. But the way that he was talking about the paintings and how they had to go through the paintings and what they were going to do when they were doing the renovations with the house, it just sounded like a lot of yes, 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 yes to, you know, to Tammy to give her what she wanted. Which is just like, whatever, man, you know, if that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. If that doesn't matter to you, but I really don't see the point. I just don't. It's just too small and too trivial and too stupid. And you might want to call me, what was the word that he used for it? A tyrannical slave driver. That's not his words. That's just the definition expanded. You get the idea. He also made an interesting comment in the third segment. And by the way, he has some decent advice with kids. And the talk of negotiation in the relationship would make sense if you have somebody to negotiate with that takes accountability and responsibility. The vast majority of women today don't take responsibility and accountability. A lot of guys don't either, by the way. It's not just women. A lot of guys don't either. It's always somebody else's fault. Point and sputter. I'm the victim, blah, blah, fucking blah. I said in my red flag chapter, one of the types of women that you want to avoid are women that, number 2 in the list, by the way, which is feminists. And here, I'm going to put up the ticker for my email list, because if you haven't opted in, here it is. So get on my email list if you haven't opted in, and you can get the chapter on 20 red flags for free. But if you deal with feminists, they have a victim mindset by default. And the vast majority of women today, whether they admit to it publicly or not, are in fact feminists. You know, society, culture, the matrix, if you will, has contaminated their thinking in such a way that they, for the most part, believe that women make less for the exact same job that men do. They're paid less. This argument's been blown out of the water 1,000 times. Jordan Peterson had a great conversation with that BBC reporter about it and just destroyed it. But, you know, using that as an example, women like to be victims, and you can't negotiate with somebody that has a victim mindset. And it's not in the ethos of women. It seems like it's culturally infused into their belief system today. Again, you know, vote for more inclusivity, for more kindness, for more bigger government, for more handouts, for larger tax rates. Tax the rich, tax those motherfuckers, tax those guys, and let's hand it out to everybody else. You can't negotiate with somebody that has a victim mindset. And unfortunately, a lot of women that you're going to deal with today have that. Like, if you were to flat out say, don't invite somebody into your life that has a victim mindset, don't get married to somebody that you can't have a conversation with, they won't take responsibility for things that they do wrong, then I'd tip my hat to that. But it's very, very difficult for me to co-sign much of this based on what I saw. Hey guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that short clip. If you did, consider supporting the creation of content by checking out my supplement line. Pinned in the top comment below of this video in the comments, there's a link to the unpluggedalpha.com/shop. When you click through, you'll be able to land over here, and the entire lineup is broken down by category that it performs best in: estrogen metabolism, fat burning, your foundational essentials for health, immune health, performance, and testosterone support. If you check out with coupon code ALPHA10, you'll get 10% off on your first order. There's also the option to use the subscribe and save model, where regular shipments will be sent over to you on a regular basis, and that gives you a little bit of a discount, and your supplement facts are always broken down over here. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome day. And again, check out that link. It's pinned in the top comment below in this video. Peace out.